Okay. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here and we're live on YouTube. I am actually, this is my first time going on live on YouTube as it pertains to discussions, but I'm here and I'm ready. So, we're gonna have our panelists coming on and we're gonna discuss the Euros. So, for persons who are watching, I am very grateful for you guys that come on to this live right now and talking about the Euros. So we're going to talk about the Euros as well as we're going to talk about our performance, of course, with Jamaica versus Japan's under 23 was not the best at all, and we're looking to get more people on. So I'm waiting for my panelists to come on, and we're gonna get this thing going. So this Sunday evening, open to get to know, open to make on a Sunday dinner, open to eat it, open to relaxing now, getting prepared for the work week, because it's going to be interesting for me as it pertains to the work week next week, especially when we start the Jamaica Premier League sponsored by Digicel. That is supposed to be a cracker of a game. So we're gonna discuss the Euros. So it was a very interesting match today that saw Netherlands facing Ukraine, which ended 3-2, and that was very, very, very exciting. Also, we saw England's first game of the campaign, and they won by 1-0. Goal scored also by Raheem Sterling. He actually said, obviously, before the game that if he were to enter a tournament at Wembley Stadium, he would score. So he actually did that, and I would say as a Jamaican born and bred, I'm actually very proud of him. The fact that he was able to do so. So I'm just waiting on my panelists to come and we can get this thing going. Also, I want to discuss what went on with Jamaica and Japan. That was absolutely atrocious. I don't even want to, I didn't want to discuss it, but it was absolutely terrible. But Robert, you're here. One of the panelists that are here. So we welcome you, Robert. How are you doing?
Blessings.
Yes, so Robert, I wanted to look at what went on between Jamaica and Japan first, because I'm waiting for Craig and the others to join in, because Craig said I'm not gonna join in. I don't know how come Craig do 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 um do come in, but we're going to look at Jamaica versus Japan under 23. What you thought about that game?
Well, I thought I would have rather Tapa uses the theme that he uses in the Serbia game, unless he is trying to kind of feel out other players. I would have used that team, but it was a poor display from the Jamaica team.
Very, very poor. Well, I mean, I do understand still, because it to me was just an atrocious display, and we're having our conversations, of course, as it pertains to what went wrong. And we're always saying, in order to be an effective team, we have to have a linkage between defense and attack. There was none. It was non-existent. And
Right.
I was speaking to some persons last night um as it pertains to what went wrong and the ratings. And I keep on telling them that, listen, Devon Williams is not a CDM. He doesn't play CDM. So you cannot you cannot be expecting him to do a role where he's sitting in front of the back four, and that's not his role when he was at St. George's College, when he went to college abroad, and when he was playing in the USL. He does not play that role. So how are you gonna expect him now to play that role? That don't make no sense.
That's the thing. That's the thing again. Because I am wondering that if Tapa is actually trying out persons in different roles, just as he did with Lowe in the game against Serbia, playing him in CDM and it worked. So maybe that's what he's doing, trying to move players around to see if he can get a more rounded team. So I hope that's what he was doing.
All right, so we want to do some gradings now because it it was very atrocious, but we at least have to put some gradings towards them. So gradings for them. We're gonna start in goal. Dylan Barnes. What you thought about it?
Ah, the, um, he was poor. I think he could have done better, communicate with the defense a little better. Um, one for me.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I actually thought he was one of the better players at the day, to be honest. I think that he made some better saves. I think his command of the box needs to be better, of course. But I just think that he was one of the better players on the day out of
I understand
an
it.
atrocious performance.
I understand that he makes saves, but that's his job really to make saves. And looking at the goals that were scored, I think you could have done much better.
All
So
right, fair enough. Okay, so where's Harding?
he's one of the he oh boy, he's one of the better player in defense. Um, three for me.
3. All right. Curtis Tilt.
Who was that?
Curtis Still, the left center. All right, we'll go over then. So if we're saying West Harding, all right, we'll go to Liam Moore. So Liam Moore next. How would you grade him?
Two. I have nothing
2.
more to say. Right, two,
All right. So his partner around the back as a central defender, Curtis Still.
two.
I actually gave him 1 in that game.
One even better.
All right. So we go to Amari Bell, left back.
Three.
3. Little
Right.
better.
Yeah, a little better.
All right, so we go to probably the worst part of the performances. All right, so Devon
There's no
Williams.
there's no score there.
So Devon and Lambert no score.
No score there.
All right,
Their job is to protect the defense, and they were not doing that.
right. All right, so Kemal Malcolm.
Come on, Malcolm.
Kemal Malcolm.
Come on, Malcolm. Four.
4.
Yeah.
Hmm. I actually don't have a score for them actually,
Four.
because I think he was running like a headless chicken.
Yeah, but it's sometimes when the team plays a certain way, it kind of throw you off, so you end up have to kind of trying to do more work, and then it kind of make you look bad. Yeah.
All right, so Ravel Morrison.
Ravel. All right. So the game against Serbia, Ravel came on and he did well. So I was happy to see him in the starting lineup.
Mhm.
Um, a five for me.
5, yeah.
Yeah.
I gave him 4 actually, but
Okay.
five is fine. All right, so Blair Turgot on the left.
Who was that?
Blair Turgot on the left.
Okay. Four.
4.
Yeah.
and Javanese.
I think we, even though we weren't scoring, I think because defensively we were so poor, um, it kind of throw back everybody because the defense were poor. The midfield, it wasn't correct. It wasn't correct. So we were ending up on the back foot, and then um, Japan players, the youngsters, they are fit, they are fast. Three for me.
Right. So what would you have done? Because I heard it was not Papa that was coaching.
Oh, it
It
wasn't
was
Tapa.
that's what I was told.
Oh,
It was wait.
oh.
So if you were the coach now, if you were the coach,
Mhm.
what would you have done? And
I would have
who
gone with the
would
team
you put
that
as the starting?
I would have gone with this with the same team that played Serbia because this is the last practice match we have, right? The last practice match we have, and if the players aren't playing together, they won't gel together, right? And
Right.
we put out a good performance, a fairly good performance against Serbia. So why not go with the same team to see if it was a one-off thing or to make certain adjustment from there?
So isn't
Because we
that
know other players are to come in, but with the players that we have now, I would have gone with the same team.
isn't that something that they have been talking about for quite a while now, Robert?
Right,
That there's too much chopping and changing
right. I,
of the team. I mean, isn't isn't now what we need to do basically make sure that our 11 is set and ready for the Gold Cup, because we have the World Cup qualifiers after Damian Lowe saying that he doesn't want to just go to the finals, he wants to win. But with the chopping and changing, you can't really win a finals. I mean, US is stable with their 11, Mexico is stable with their 11. What are we
Mhm.
doing?
At this stage, we we don't know our 11. We don't know the team. At this stage, we should have known the team long ago, right? The games that we are playing now should be the team. This should say, okay, this is our 18-man squad. This is our starting 11, and these are the players that are playing, right? And so that we can make adjustment from there. With formation, with tactics. But we are way behind at this stage.
So year 11, our first match is against Suriname in the Gold Cup in July. Which players would you have for year 11?
Okay. It's kind of hard to say no because players are to come in. I know.
Let's say let's say most of the players, Robert, come in that we need or is rumored to come in. Let's say they come in. Who would you have as the starting 11?
So definitely Antonio. Um,
Would you
Blake.
start him with Bowser or would you start him alone?
Um, I would have Bailey. Then I would have Bailey in. Um, Antonio. Gray. Ravel Morrison. Okay. Um, I would still keep low in the defensive mid. Um, the defense I'm not too sure about. The defense I'm not too sure about. Blake definitely in the goal. I'm not too sure about the defense yet. See, I haven't seen
So
the
wouldn't
the
because I would want to see, and this is one of one of the reasons why we even qualified for the '98 World Cup, where we had a good amount of practice matches under our belt. Yes, I did explain last night that yes, there there is not going to be a lot. You're not going to be able to do as much because of course, the COVID-19 pandemic. But we should have at least got some amount of practice matches under our belt, right?
right.
But we didn't. And I would have wanted to see how good Damian Lowe and Liam Moore would have paired up for me. I think Moore is a good defender. I just think he had a one-off game in terms of bad performances for the country. Yes, Friday for Jamaica versus Japan under 23. So I would have wanted to see Lowe face off against pair up with Liam Moore, but that's not to be. And then when we look at the other teams, remember Taximan Lawrence is not in there already. Remember that Taximan Lawrence is probably a sure person in the starting 11. So you'd have plug him at left back,
Right.
and then now who would you put at right back? Alvas Powell. So these questions that you would have asked really would I want to ask yourself, so we can sort out the defense. So I would have wanted to see more matches under the belt,
So, so
so we can figure that
you
out.
instead of putting more in the defensive center back, you put him at left back
Oh,
more.
um, I put more at left back.
I would keep him. I would keep him at center back with Harding.
So you would put Harding as a centre back. So where would
No,
Low fit as a central defensive mid?
defensive mid. He look proper there.
Yeah, but all right. So here's my problem with that, Robert.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with that. We don't know if it's a one-off game. We can't know if it's a one-off game or not, which is
Right.
why the whole, because if I was the coach, I would have plugged him as a CDM with Lambert in the game against Japan under 23 Friday night into
Right.
Saturday morning. Because if I see that that Damian Lowe played good against Serbia as a CDM and played well again against Japan as a CDM, then I would have had him as a good choice with Lambert, because quite frankly, I think he's a better passer of the ball than Lambert.
Right.
So I would have him pair with Lambert sitting in front of the back four with Wes Harding and Liam Moore as centre backs. Ava Spoil as right back, Taximan Lawrence as left back, and see where it goes from there. But like I said, the coach wants to do a chop and change and all of that. So if you wanted to chop and change, experiment again. That's how you become the good coach. You made this change and it worked, because there are a lot of people. There's nobody in this place that can tell me that they expected Damian Lowe to be so good as a CDM. Nobody expected that. Nobody.
Yeah.
And I actually have to give Tapa some credit, because he saw that Damian was a good passer of the ball and decided to make him a CDM. He said to himself, okay, all right, since Damian is a good passer of the ball, let me plug him in as a CDM and see where it goes from there. And he did very well, actually, because
Yes,
the
he
whole
did.
point of a CDM is to defend. You're a central defensive midfielder. So
Yeah.
your job now is to defend the back four, so they don't have as much work to do protecting the keeper, and he did that very well. So I would have gone with him and Kevin Lambert. I think with Kevin Lambert is the same thing like, say, a Harry Maguire, where if you have a sturdy enough defender beside Harry Maguire, well, I would say John Stones. If John Stones has a good enough defender beside him, John Stones is going to automatically, he's basically like a sponge. So he's going to play well. You don't put him against a solid player, John Stones is prone to make mistakes as an English defender. And that's just it. I think that is how, in my opinion, I think that is how Kevin Lambert works. If you have a proper CDM, somebody that is able to protect the back four as well, then I think that Kevin Lambert will do well. So actually, I have, in my opinion, I would it's gonna be very tricky because I would probably go to have a 4-2-3-1. I would have of course Andre Blake in goal. I would have Taximan Lawrence on the left, along with of course Wes Harding and Liam Moore. I think Liam Moore is better on the left side as a centre back
Right,
rather than the
right.
right, because
Yeah,
he was atrocious as a right centre back on
yes.
Friday into Saturday morning. So I would have Wes Harding over on the right and would have Liam Moore. So Liam Moore would be the left centre back, Wes Harding would be the right centre back, and then I'd have Albert Powell. And then the two defensive midfielders for me would be Kevin Lambert. Because I hear that we might get Anthony Grant. So if we don't get Anthony Grant, then I would have Kevin Lambert and Damian Lowe as the two central defensive midfielders. I would have Ravel Morrison as the
Hmm.
central attacking midfielder. I'd have, of course,
Bailey.
Bailey on the left. Now, on the right, who would you have? Because I want to hear that. On the right, who would you
Gray.
have?
Gray. I would have Gray
Andre
on the right.
Gray.
Right.
So you'd have Andre Gray on the right, and then you'd have Mikel Antonio up front.
Up front. Correct.
Okay. All right. So, hmm, hmm, hmm. So that is who
And
you would have.
that's a proper starting 11.
So that's a proper starting 11 for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So how far do you think we're gonna go in this tournament?
I didn't get that.
How far do you think we're gonna go in this tournament?
I think with the team that you just suggested, we can make it to the World Cup.
So you think we're gonna make it to the World Cup?
With the team that was suggested, yes. But with the chop and change, I'm not too sure.
All right. So we have of course, as you can see, we have the matches that happened today in the Euros. Because I know you were very vocal in the group that we're in, the WhatsApp group that we're in, about the World Cup. So, yes. So the first match that happened today, Robert, was England. As you can see, England versus Croatia. That was a very good match. I'm not gonna lie, and that was
Yes.
a very good match. And we'll see some faces that we saw in the Premier League this season. And I wanted to grade them out of 10. We're gonna do all of that because we have some time today. So we're gonna do all of that. So Robert, we start. Who do you want to start? You want to start with Croatia or you want to start with England first?
Let's start with England.
All right, so we'll start with the victors of this Group D encounter. So Pickford in goal. What do you rate him? They say 7.1 out of 10. So, but what do you say?
Well, Pickford didn't have a lot to do. The defense were good, so I'll give him a 7. Yeah.
7. Okay. Kyle Walker.
He made a few errors. In the defense. I'll give him a 6.
6.
Yeah.
All right. John Stones.
8. He was good. Yeah, he was good alongside Ming. He was really good in the defense alongside Ming. He surprised me actually. So I'll give him a 8.
All right. Tyrone Mings.
8 as well.
8 as well. Kieran Trippier.
I like the free kick that he took. He made some good passes over the top. I'll give him an 8 as well.
Okay, so basically the line of defense it gave overall how much?
Right, the defense was really good. Pickford didn't have much to do.
Okay, so and that's the whole point of a defense.
Right.
That you give the keeper less work to do, so that you can have a clean sheet, and that is what the Three Lions did. So Declan Rice.
A 7. I'll give him a 7.
Okay. The man of the match, Calvin Phillips.
I give him a 9. He
Okay.
break up the plays. He made that lovely pass to Sterling that creates a goal, and that wasn't the only pass that he made that was brilliant. He made a few other great passes, and he break up the play well. So 9 for me.
9. Yeah, I actually gave him a 9 as well. I think he was clearly clearly one the best player. I'm not gonna say that without apology at all. I think that he was clearly the best player on the field, both England and Croatia. So I give him props to that. Raheem Sterling, the man who scored the goal for England.
A 8 for me. Um, there was a few times when he was in the box that he could have made the pass, but he tried for the goal. I give him a 8.
Also, just to give you some updates, ladies and gentlemen, this Brazil is leading by a goal to nil against Venezuela. 25 minutes has elapsed in that game. Goal scored by Marquinhos in the 23rd minute. So Brazil is now leading. This is the first match of the Copa America. So back to the ratings, Robert.
Yes.
Mason Mount. You hearing me, Robert?
Mason Mount.
Right.
Mason Mount. I thought Grealish could have done better in the midfield, because some of the time he wasn't there. Kane had to drop back, and when he's needed in the box, he was unavailable because he had to drop back, because Mason Mount wasn't doing the work as he should, or as a Grealish would. So I'll give him a 7.
7. Phil Foden.
Yeah. Phil Foden, he wasn't on for the entire game. I thought he should have been on. I thought he shouldn't got sub because he was good in the attack, and he was breaking the line. So I give him a 7 as well, because he wasn't on for the entire game.
All right. So, hmm, hmm, all right. So the the man up front, Hurricane.
Hurricane, I'll give a 6. He got
6.
this opportunity where he should have scored, and even though there was a player knowing the Hurricane, I know he operates, he would have gotten that goal, but he kicked it wide, and he was more involved in the midfield than in the attack. So I'll give him a 6.
Okay, we're gonna talk also about the guys that came on. So Marcus Rashford.
Rashford came on and he was lost in the game. I'll give him a 5, standard 5.
Okay, so the man who is the youngest ever player, 17 years and 340 plus days. Jude Bellingham, who plays for Borussia Dortmund, he is the youngest player to ever in championship. What was his grade?
Standard 5 for him and Calvert Lewin.
So Calvert Lewin gets a 5 as well. All right,
Right,
so
standard
we
5.
go over to the other side of the field. Croatia, first in goal, Dominik Livakovic.
He made some good saves. He made the run out. He commanded his box. He had a lot of work to do. I'll give him a 7. Yeah.
7. Well,
Yeah.
Footmob is not so generous. So we go to the right back, Seam Versal.
Sterling had him on the run. I'll give him a 6.
6. All right. All right. Uh, the centre back, Domagoj Vida. beside
Well,
Sina Salko?
he was okay in the defense, but only if England had a more pacey forward, then he would have been in trouble. A six for me.
6. Okay, so next is Dush Kale Takar beside
A six,
Villa.
six as well. But he had gotten that yellow card there. A
Yeah,
five for me. Five. I give him a
5.
five. Yeah.
Because of the yellow card, that not fair. But anyways, Josko Gvardiol, the left back.
Um, Before Foden came off. I would say Foden had his ticket. Um, but after Foden, then it was just him. So I'll give him a six.
All right, and then we move up a little bit. Marcelo Brozovich. What do you think of
Uh,
Brozovich?
he wasn't on for the entire game. I thought he would have stayed on. I wouldn't have subbed him because he was controlling that midfield for them. I'll give him a seven.
7 as well. So then we move up a bit. Andre Kramaric.
E2 wasn't on for long, but I'll give him a five.
Okay. Over to the captain, Luka Modric.
Well, he was a bit annoyed. He was a bit annoyed. He wanted that goal. As we know, England won their first opening game, so that meant something to them. And uh, he wanted that goal. He was working for it. I'll give him a six.
A 6. Okay. So then we go to Mateo Kovacic.
He was not on for the entire game.
Yes.
Made a few bad tackles, even pick up a yellow card. I'll give him a six as well.
Okay. Ivan Perisic.
A five for me.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ante Rebic.
E2 was not on for the entire game. Um, a six for me.
All right. So the guys that came on, Josip Brekalo.
Standard
He
five.
came, yeah, he came on, I believe, for Kramaric. Nikola Vlasic.
Vlasic. I didn't see much in the game when he came on. Standard five.
Okay. Bruno Petkovic. Came out, of course, for Ante Rebic.
Yeah, I thought five for me. Yeah.
Okay. So we go to the last person that was involved in the game, Mario Pasalic.
Mario.
Pasalic.
A six for me. I give him a six. Yeah.
Okay, so we go on to the second match of the day, Robert. Austria versus Northern Macedonia. And of course, the big player from this team is moving to Real Madrid on a multi-year contract, David Alaba, the man who has spent a decade with Bayern Munich. And of course, he is the man that persons dubbed the man of the match, got an assist in this game. But we want to take a closer look at the team. So, seeing as though we looked at the victors the last match between England and Croatia, we're going to look at the persons that lost today, which is North Macedonia. We start in goal with Stol Dimitrievski.
Well, he too had a lot of work to do. The defense didn't give him much cover. A 4 for me.
4 for you. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
around the same as they put it. They had 5 at the back, so we're gonna do that 5. Boban Nikolov. That was the, of course, the right back for North Macedonia. How much do you grade him?
Um, Sabitzer had his ticket in the game. Um, a four for me. He had to they had to take him off.
Yes. Yes, in the
Yeah.
63rd. Stefan Ristovski, the one that was working closely beside Nikolov. How much do you grade him?
I just think the Astra surprised me though, but I just think the Astra forward line are the better of their defense. 4 for me as well.
Darko Velkovsky.
Dalco, I give him a 5.
Visar Mosliu.
He too he did not stay for the entire game.
Mhm.
Um, a 4 for me.
Okay, Ezhgan Alievsky.
Alioski wanted that goal. He tried. He put cross some balls. I think there was one that he put in and only to get a head on it, but nobody touched it. He he really ran his legs out on that wing. A 6 for me.
All right, so we go further up and we go to Eljif Elmas.
The midfield were missing. Basically, the midfield were missing. After the first half, the midfield were missing. Astra took the game. Yeah, so a 4 for me.
Okay, then we go to Arijan Ademi.
He gave the defense little or no cover at some point in the game. A 4 for me.
All right, Enis Bardi.
For the time that he was on, 5.
5.
Yeah,
All right, so Goran Pandev, the guy who scored the goal for North Macedonia.
that was a good goal. That was a good goal. For the goal, I give him a 7. For the goal,
For the goalie, give him a 7.
yes,
All
I
right,
give him
my
a
man.
7.
All right, then we go to the other man up front, Alexander Trashkovsky. Trashkovsky. Don't know how to
I'll
spell
give
it.
him a 6.
Okay, so we go over to the victors now. Daniel Bachmann in goal.
A 7.
7. Alexander
Yeah.
Dragovic.
Um, Not on for the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
The defense
Actually
were
came off
good.
very early in the second half too.
Yeah. So it kind of standard 5. Yeah.
All right, the captain David Alaba.
7 for me.
All right, Martin Heitergregor, the guy who also played alongside Dragovic and Alaba. How much do you give him?
A 7. The back line, yeah. A 7.
Okay, so we go to Andreas Ulba.
He he was not on for the entire game, but he covered the defense. He covered the defense. He gave them cover. Um, a 7 for me.
Zava Skagler or Sklager.
8. I give him a 8.
Oh, okay. Christoph Beaumartigna. He was the most
What was
central
that?
man among them.
What was that?
It's
Christoph?
Christoph. Yeah, Christoph. He came off
Okay.
in the 58th
Right, he
minute.
came off. Yeah. A 6 for me.
Okay. Conrad Lehmann, the man who assisted for the goal. One of the goals, I should say.
A 7 for me.
Okay. Then we go to Stefan Lena, the man who scored one of the goals.
Right. I would say, yeah, that goal was a good goal. 8 for me.
8.
Yeah.
Marcel Sabitzer, man from RP Leipzig.
Sabitzer, 8 as well.
8 as well. And then, of course, the man up front, Sasa Kaladzic.
A 7 for me. Wasn't on for the entire game.
Yes. So we go to the persons on the bench. We go to North Macedonia. Timur Kostanidov.
Who was that?
It's Timur Kostadinov.
6 for me. Yeah.
6 for you. Okay. Egzon Bechtulai.
6 for me as well. Yeah.
6 as well. Ivan Trikovsky. Ivan
Did you
Trikovsky.
say? Okay. A 6 as well. Yeah.
Milan Ristovsky. How
5.
much do you?
5.
All right. So
Yeah.
we go over to Austria's bench. Philipp Leinhardt.
A 5 for me. Yeah.
Michael Grigorstich. He scored one of the goals.
8. Right, 8 for the goal, and he came on and he scored. So he came on and he did his job. He did his job.
Yeah.
His job was to come in and score.
Julian Baumgartlinger.
A 6 for me. Yeah.
Stefan Ilsanka.
E2. Stefan.
Ilsanka.
Okay. A 6 for me. Yeah.
And then the man Marko Arnautovic.
Right. E2 came on and did his job. And
so how much do you give him?
And they got the result. They got the result in the end. 3-1. I think this is the first time they have scored. I give him an 8. This is the first time they have scored more than a goal.
In a European Championship, right?
Right, right, and they won. So I'm happy for them.
So what do you make of what was happening on the field when Arnautovic scored? Because I saw that David Alaba had to restrain him a little bit. What do you make?
I saw him like holding his shank. So I was wondering as well. I wasn't so sure what had happened.
Okay. So that was 3-1 in favor of Austria, and then we go to the last match of the day for the Euros, and that was an exciting game, Robert, and I really think it was an exciting game. It was Ukraine versus Netherlands, and that was a good game. Of course, that ended with the Dutch getting a 3-2 victory, and what a time to get your second victory, Frank de Boer, and an important victory at that. 3 points in the bag for the Euros, but they were made to work. Their first goal came in the 52nd minute by the man Georgina Wijnaldum, who says he will be signing with Paris Saint-Germain from Liverpool, and then Wout Weghorst, the striker from Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga, scored the second goal for the Dutch. But then there was a fight back by the Ukrainians, Andriy Yarmolenko and Roman Yaremchuk. They both scored and equalized respectively for Ukraine, and then Denzel Dumfries scored the winner in the 85th for Netherlands. What did you make of this game?
So, well, it was a good game. It was a good game at one point. Who would have thought that Ukraine would have scored a goal because they were just sitting back there. But the fact that they scored and then they didn't gave up, they scored again.
Right.
They scored again. And then when we thought it would have ended 2-2, Denzel just come and took the show. So it was a pretty good game though.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game, but it should have been comfortable for Netherlands, in my opinion, because
it should have. I thought it should have, but the moment the defense changed, two players came off, right? So the chemistry of the team would have dropped and tried to rebuild again. So at that point, Ukraine took advantage of it because before that they were sitting back, right? And after those two changes, they took advantage, which is rightly so.
All right, so we're going into the ratings for this game. We're gonna start with Netherlands first. So Martins Stecklenburg in goal.
A 6 for me.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So around the back, Yuri and Timber.
No, let me rephrase that because before that he didn't really have a lot to do, right? And Ukraine they had like 5 chances, 5 attempts on the goal, and 2 of them went in. So let me say a 4. Let me rephrase that, a 4.
4.
Right. Because he didn't have a whole lot to do in the game, right? And they took 5 shots on target, and 2 went in.
All right, so you say a 4. All right, no problem.
Right.
So then Yuri and Timber.
Before he came off, the Netherlands defense were pretty good. So 6 for me. I'll give him a 6.
All right, Stefan de Vrij.
A 7.
Daley Blind.
I'll give him also a 6.
Yeah, he was subbed off in the 64th minute.
Yeah.
Patrick Van Aanholt.
A 6 for me.
Martin de Roon.
Work alongside Wijnaldum. A 7 for me. Yeah.
All right, speaking of Wijnaldum, the captain, how do you grade him?
He worked. I would want him in my team. 8 for me.
8. Okay. All right, no problem. Frankie de Jong.
A 7 for me.
Okay. Denzel Dumfries.
Apart from the goal, his game wasn't all that. I thought he made a lot of errors, but because of the goal, and that goal was actually the winning goal, I'll give him a 7.
All right. Memphis Depay.
I thought he could have done a lot more or done better. I'll give him a 7 as well.
All right, and Wout Weghorst, the man that played alongside Memphis Depay.
I'll give him an 8.
8. Why are you going to give him an 8?
He wasn't on for the entire game, but he got the goal when it was needed most.
All right. Yeah, congratulations to Wout Weghorst. He, of course, scored his first competitive goal for Netherlands. He's actually pretty good. He's very good. I would have been surprised if Weghorst wasn't called up to this Netherlands team, because he's been one of the most consistent Dutch strikers in the world at this current moment. He was one of the very reasons why Wolfsburg will be going back to the Champions League next season. So I want to big him up as well. So we'll go to Ukraine, who let me tell you, they tried to fight back. Trust me,
Yes,
I
they
give
did.
them that they tried to fight back. But we'll start with George Bushan in goal.
He was actually good in goal for the most part, because if it wasn't for some of his saves, even though that's his job, but if it wasn't for some of his saves, Netherlands would have scored more goals. So I give him a 7 in goal.
7. Boy, generous. They give him an 4.8 rating. All right.
I
Alexander
understand.
Karaviev.
I understand the four. I understand the 4.8, 3 goals going, but I mean he's playing against the Netherlands.
Well, yeah, but it's not the Netherlands of Arjen Robin, Robin van
Right.
Persie, Nigel de Jong.
Okay. But 7 shot. Well, 7 shots on target. Um. Okay. Let me rephrase my statement. Let me rephrase my statement.
You know
Because
what?
when I watching the game, you've seen so many shots going towards him. So many shots going towards him. But then again, a lot of them were off target.
All
So
right.
let me rephrase. I give him that 5.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. All right. Alexander Karaviev,
Uh,
the right back for Ukraine.
you see, the entire team at one point was playing defensive.
Right.
I'll give him a 5. Yeah.
All right. Ilya Zabarny.
I I wouldn't. Okay, so I give him a 5. I wouldn't give the defense more than a 5. None of them.
All right. So Mikola Matvienko, he gets a 5 as well.
The defense, the entire defense.
All right. So everybody a 5. So Vitor,
Right.
he gets a 5. The man from Manchester City,
The reason
Alexander.
why the reason why I give
Mhm.
I give them a 5, because
Right.
they were playing defensive. And if you are going to play defensive with 3 goals going in, that tactics is wrong. You don't. So there's something going on there that's not correct. So I give the entire backline a 5. None of them out.
All right. So the man from Manchester City, Alexander Zinchenko. See them.
I for that. I give him a 6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
Ruslan Madliovsky. He's the man that assisted one of the goals
Right.
for.
I gave him a 6 as well.
Why give him a 6?
They did not offer enough cover to the defense.
All right, no problem. Zerhi Zitron Zidrokchuk. Serhi Zidorchuk. I don't know how to pronounce these names, and I'm trying, so bear with me, people. But it's Zerhi Zidorchuk. So he worked with, of course,
Right. The
Miliavsky
two.
and Zinchenko in the middle of the park. Well, deeper, I should say.
Right.
What do you grade him?
I didn't see much of him as I would want to.
Mhm.
So I give him a 5.
Alexander Zubkov. He came off very early.
Right. Standard 5.
Or, of course, the captain, Andrei Yarmolenko.
Well, he fought. I like that goal. I give him a 6.
All right. And then the man up front, Roman Yaremchuk.
That was I believe the equalizer. His goal was
Yes, it was.
was the,
Yeah, it
the
was the
equalizer, and a very important goal in the time when he scored.
right.
It couldn't have come at a better time. Only that they
And
allowed that one in.
the assist was the
Um,
goal for Yarmolenko as well.
right. I give him a 7.
Give him a 7. And then
Right.
the guys from the bench. So we start with Netherlands, Nathan Ake,
4 for me.
Owen Widenal,
Standard 5.
Luke De Jong,
Standard 5.
Joel Veltman,
Joel. 4 for me.
4 for you. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
And Daniel Malen,
Standard 5.
standard 5.
Yeah.
Marlos came on and had to come off for Ukraine. But
Yeah.
what do you
So
think?
I can't really give him a score.
Okay, Mikola Shaparenko,
Well, standard 5. Yeah.
all right. So we add these people to the stream. I don't know why Marvin and Craig just now coming on, coming on after we spent almost an hour. Craig,
Persons are there are few persons requesting the link for the to view the live and to.
all right. I'll send it to you, Robert. So I'll send it.
Okay.
I'll send it to you right now. Let's see. So, guys, if you want to view the live, you know what to do. Of course, you can send it to other persons as well. All right. So, Craig, join the live. Join the live. It's sending to you right now, Robert. So, I'm not sure as to why. Craig is not. All right, so Craig, come on to the live. We need to hear you. We need to hear you, Craig. So yeah, I just sent it to you, Robert, so you can send the link to people. Right. All right, so Craig, welcome.
Good afternoon, Craig. Guys. Forgive me here.
No. You know what? I should have cussed you, guys. Craig,
no, but you know why? But no, nobody don't even ask why. You don't even ask why, brother.
What's going on?
Connectivity issues, man.
All right, so Craig, sorry to really start over this, Robert, but we'll have to get Craig's input on Japan's game against us. Craig,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about that.
You have to talk about it, Craig, because this has to.
Hard. Before I try to answer that question, all right, myself and Robert were talking. I think the same morning about the core team. How many players from that team can we say is a part of the core team?
I would say probably 2. If you want to look at this, the starting 11,
we are talking about the starting lineup or including of the bench.
Because if it's the starting 11, I think Liam Moore is going to start. I'm not sure, but I think Liam Moore might start. But Ravel Morrison definitely will be playing, no doubt.
Our best player was a keeper.
I did say to Robert earlier in the chat, he was the best.
Despite the scoreline.
But the thing is, I said it, Craig, and I can't believe Robert saying.
Hold on, gentlemen, hold on. The women's team playing USA today, don't it?
Yes, they're playing at 9 o'clock.
Come again?
They're playing at 9. You say we'll have to breathe a word of prayer.
Tina play? Bonnie Shaw play?
I don't think so. Remember that she's dealing with her deal at Manchester, She signed a 3-year deal with City.
Of all the clubs, brother. Of all the clubs.
They came second in the league last year to Chelsea.
That's what at Chelsea we didn't wash it up.
But honestly, Craig, you don't need Bonnie Shaw. Bonnie Shaw has been City needs a striker. Chelsea doesn't. Chelsea has been undefeated for 2 to 3 years.
I think Bonisha could have helped them against Barcelona in that Champions League final.
Oh yeah. She probably could have scored at least one goal in that Champions League final. So I understand what you see. So back to the Reggae Boys. Yes, I do think that Ravel Morrison will start, but somebody made an interesting point last night on the live that that I need to make here. Ravel Morrison is not much fit in him. He's not fit. No.
Yeah,
he was very lethargic, and it now goes to beg the question now. Is his lack of club playing time the reason why he's not much fit? Because he's not getting any club playing time?
I would say that because Chris, we're all sportsmen in our own right, and doing all the drills and running as long as they can, doing all the high heat training. There's still a difference between the actual match scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is really I think that's affecting him a lot. So I'm actually hoping that can change for him. Because in order for you to improve, you have to be playing competitive football at least once a week.
That's true. So, all right. So, I know you don't want to do this, Craig, but I have to ask you to grade these players based on their performance.
It can't be any worse than me.
No, look here.
It can't be any worse than me.
I'm going to give the team the score based on I'm going to give them like the majority of the individual players, the individual score, the score line at the Japan match.
4.
Yeah, man. And then what makes it worse are them under 23 team, brother. Not saying that under 23 because them are big man still.
Remember, Craig. Remember some of these under 23 Japan team is playing for places in Europe, and they're starting a lot of these players. And remember, not all of them are under 23 because Yoshida was in the game. Yoshida ain't under 23. And he's a very experienced player. So when you combine the fact that we're playing in the USL, probably the best player in our team that played yesterday was Mariappa in terms of experience and big time in terms of seniority. Damian Lowe, maybe, But apart from them, we're not playing in any teams in Europe. The only person right now that's playing with a team in Europe is Mikel Antonio, Shamar Nicholson, who's playing for Charleroi in Belgium Pro League, and Leon Bailey. But we need to fix the defense. So
I have a question.
How are you doing?
Did Tapa give a post-match interview and explanation at the start?
I don't think that Tapa was the coach of that game. I think it was Jerome Wade.
But here what? Crucify me. But Jerome Wade to me is a good coach.
He is. Remember, he has done well for Renegades,
What do you mean over the years? Jerome, locally, Jerome Wade have all of the accolades they can think of. High school wise too. I remember he used to coach Charlie Smith too.
Yes, he did coach Charlie Smith. I think they went to a finals when he was the coach too. If memory serves me correctly. So, Charlie Smith.
The setup was bad. The Jamaica setup was bad though.
No, it was terrible. It was terrible. I'm not gonna lie. So we don't want to get into too much of the funeral processions. We want to go to the Euros. What was your match of the day, Craig?
That was today.
Yes, today.
The truth is I only saw bits of the England match, but the scoreline. I don't know. England have a problem, man.
What do you think is that problem?
I know. Funny enough, Chris. Remember the discussion we had a few months ago? Which team was it I was rooting for?
I don't think what. I want
England.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? They won today. I don't. They are good. They have a lot of good individual players, and I guess remember, like most of us who watch English Premier League, so I guess we are judging them based on what we believe the players can do as individuals. But it's like when they come together as a team, they're not flowing. And we know Croatia is a very good team in terms of structure, defensive. I know Euros normally kind of close and cagey, but why? I need to see them the next match.
What do you think?
And the truth is, they didn't look very impressive the last couple of games. The friendlies, they didn't look very impressive, you know.
Right. That's true.
That's the truth.
What do you think about Calvin Phillips today? I mean, a lot of persons were talking about it. He was very good today. Huh?
No, as in from I saw him in Leeds, you know, I said that he's a very good player. I like his game, very strong. He's a very good tackler at the ball, and he's a very good passer at the ball, you know. A very good passer at the ball, and based on what I'm seeing, he had a good game.
Right. So somebody said that England downfall would be their defense and goalkeeping.
But they have so much options in the goal.
Yes, they have Dean Henderson, they have John Stone. I mean,
Pickford didn't have a lot to do today.
What?
Pickford didn't have a lot to do.
Yeah, so what I want.
Yeah, but Pickford head come and go, brother.
Yeah, that's true.
Pickford have that hard error in him.
So would you have Dean Henderson in goal then? Over Jordan Pickford?
Dean Henderson? Yes, any day.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you think about this controversial decision to not have Jadon Sancho not even on the bench today? What do you think about that?
All right, Chris. Also, again, I remember this discussion. Southgate have a good problem, and I guess based on Sancho's position and style of play, he has almost 1 million picks in that role. So.
No, but why have John Stone in the team?
Because John Stone as a defensive mid or defensive player, England need that.
Yeah. So Ramel
said that the option, but the quality isn't there.
Henderson is
not quite ready for the big stage. Pickford is. Pickford. Yes, the Pickford in the Everton game. No, hold on. As I said, Pickford is not a bad keeper, but as I said, he has that odd error that in a tight situation is going to cause the team problems or cost the team the game. We see that a lot in the EPL. You make a back pass to him take it and roll it in front of the goal and kick it and miss it and scuff it for the next match.
And next thing too, I think Southgate made some errors in the substitution today.
I agree. But I don't know. I would start Dean Henderson over of course over Jordan Pickford. I think overall Pickford's reaction time I think is slower than Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson is quick, and the problem that I have with Jordan Pickford is the fact that Jordan Pickford is very hesitant when he's commanding his box. Yeah. And when you face a team like Belgium that has Lukaku, who is a lion in the box, he's a goal poacher, menace. When you see persons like Lorenzo Insigne running at you and you go up and then back because you're hesitant, you're going to be punished. So Jordan Pickford has to make sure that he commands his 18. If he's going to have a good tournament for the next couple of weeks, he has to make sure that he commands his 18. Because if he doesn't, it's gonna be trouble.
And then the issue is now with as who is going to try and stop Lukaku in the English team, for example.
Well, it got difficult. I'm not even sure.
Unless you ever say Ewa. Where my boy name? Man City fast brother play on the wing. What name again?
Kyle Walker.
I put Kyle Walker. You know, Kyle Walker kind of menacing. I say Ewa, man mark him in a brother. Because
Kyle Walker wasn't as bad today. Kyle Walker was
he's generally a good player, man. Kyle.
Yeah, and also another thing that I think that Gareth Southgate really blundered Why is he putting 2 right backs as full backs? What's the purpose of bringing Luke Shaw there if he's not able to do that? Why was Luke Shaw on the bench? And Luke Shaw was excellent this season. Yeah. What was the purpose of carrying Luke Shaw then if you're going to start 2 right backs?
So make you wonder now. Is it a situation he's going to tinker with this team come the next match and change out?
Could be. All right, so he wanted something different going forward. Instead of pulling Kane, he pulled Foden. Pull Foden, put on Rashford. Right, that wasn't working. Instead of pulling Kane, he pulled Sterling, and then still have to go back and pull Kane.
Yo, I'm happy for Sterling. You know, despite you know how bad Pep treated him in the last couple of months at City, and to see him score, yeah man. As a Jamaican, yeah man.
Yeah. So Montague said, but that is why I said the quality isn't there. Pickford is mistake prone, but he makes some really good saves. You laugh at Pickford because of his mistakes, but have you seen some of Henderson's errors?
We're not saying enough because I'm not playing enough. No, but what Ramel said is true. Pickford in a one game, you hate him, and they love him, and they hate him again in the same game, all in the space of 5 minutes.
That's true. That is true. So I do understand.
And in a situation like Euro, for example, in a semi-final match, as a keeper, you have to have a perfect game. You can't make no mistake because that mistake will result in a goal going out.
That is true. So
but have we seen Anderson? Have we seen Anderson in any of the friendly?
I can't recall.
I don't recall that.
Would have to ask on an Englishman then.
That's why I needed Mr. Beckham on this chat here.
But Chris,
would have wanted to talk.
But Chris, I don't want to go off point, but this is some Kino said something about Italy, you know. Me I wonder now, you know, based on the results so far.
But it look like them come for playing them, brother.
Yeah. And Italy has always been that team fly under the radar and just qualify, go quarterfinals, semi-finals.
So but isn't that really what they did in 2006 when they won the World Cup? I don't think anybody was picking for them in that World Cup, you know.
Why? I mean, though Fabio Cannavaro stood out like a man amongst boys, bro.
Remember, you know, Cannavaro won Ballon d'Or that same year.
That year, yeah.
So
first defender.
First defender to win Ballon d'Or. If memory serves me correctly. So he was fantastic. Cannavaro was just Cannavaro. When he was in form, nobody could have get past Cannavaro. That was really what was it. But gentlemen, I want to ask you.
Jorginho stood out in that game, man, Craig.
Yo, I don't know how him do it. This man's slow. This man don't make no forward pass, and the man start every. No. Some people just have a luck. I'm thinking I'm one of them. Marco, at Chelsea, Kante does running for him, you know, and tackling for him, but
right.
Him in them team, so and it'll work. I'm going to start watching Jorginho more closely. Seriously, I need to see.
But you should be doing that. You're a Chelsea fan. I know that. I don't understand you. You want Kante in the middle of the park, so I don't get. Oh, you're going to now be watching Jorginho closely. I mean, I would love to see how he progresses in this European Championship, you know, because if he plays well, then I'll give him props. I just hope that Mancini can use him because they cannot use him as the mobile central midfielder. They can't. So
back to England though. I haven't seen Hurricane stand out in any of the games that he played so far.
Yeah. And I also must say that Hurricane he plays a little bit different for England versus Tottenham.
Yeah.
I think,
But then here's the thing
But with a Sterling beside him, that would be like a son beside him. So and he's not playing that way.
No. I think the skill of Son Heung-min is way different. I think that skill wise, Son is better, and I think that in terms of use of speed, Son is so much more effective than Sterling, and I think that you see the thing with Son, especially this year, Kane never have to wonder where Son put the ball. He knows that all he have to do make the run in the box, Son is in there and he's going to score. With Sterling, he doesn't know, because if Son was, let's say, by some stretch of imagination, was an Englishman and played for England, I think honestly Harry Kane would have scored in this game.
And that's true, because I don't think Sterling is also a player to put the ball in the box. He's one to more carry the ball.
He's an Arjen Robben.
Right.
I think
let me say this.
That's a little bit blasphemous.
I think
Robben have one left. And you know him about Coutinho, you can't stop it.
Here's the reason why I said that he's like an Arjen Robben. Activity and squaring the ball in the box. Arjen Robben will stay, cut inside, take shots, cut inside, this, that. That is Raheem Sterling's game. He doesn't need to do all of that. He has Phil Foden to do that, and he has Kevin De Bruyne to do that at City. He doesn't need to do that as a man at City, and I think that is the difference, which is why it comes down to the fact that I believe that even though he's not used to playing on the left, put Jadon Sancho there. Sancho is the creative winger that will put the ball in the box, and it is better for him because on the left he can cut in on his right. So in my opinion, I would have used Jadon Sancho on the left, because Jadon Sancho, in my opinion, is more effective, because if you're gonna start Harry Kane, you're going to have somebody that is going to be running and gunning and putting the ball in the box.
Even Saka.
Sancho never on the bench.
When I was saying up more that, you know what you said, me and Craig skip over that. If I talk about Saka, Craig, let me tell you, I don't even want to say anything, but I'm going to be unbiased here, but yes, I actually do agree. Saka would actually provide something too, because like I said, they need somebody that is able to put the ball in the box. Raheem Sterling is not known for that. And if you're going to start Raheem Sterling, put on Calvert-Lewin. Start Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
And even Grealish instead of Mount.
The Mount is more of a box-to-box in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even Grealish, because
why? You see, that's the problem in England. All right, Southgate have a good. I don't know if it's a good problem or if it's a bad problem.
Well, he's making it a bad problem.
Terrible problem.
Because the thing is, based on how the players play, you have to pick the player based on the team that they're playing. Because it's Grealish in terms of, hold on. Oh, Rommel, I support Chelsea, brother, for life. Chelsea for life.
I don't know why Robert doesn't switch, but he supports the Gunners.
Arsenal. Robert supports one little local team named Arsenal. But hold on. But no disrespect to Arsenal, because I remember back in the day, Bridget, you see, he hate Arsenal. I say, Arsenal can't lose a match now, Bridget. The man can't lose a match.
Beer and Longberg and Bergkamp.
Don't Highbury, brother.
And you know, yes. and another thing. You see the Champions League finals against Barcelona. Bridget, me hate Barcelona, and I say, come in, Arsenal, me are bringing up. And Henry up on the field, I say, yo, make a change. The man now, the boy, I think that Arsenal going on.
One of the problem is since we bought Xhaka, right? We have been on the downhill, but he's leaving now, so I hope we can now move forward.
But even talking about Arsenal, wouldn't a guy like Emil Smith Rowe would be a good fit in this game too? His creativity.
Yes.
He England on a creativity issue. You never know.
But he's talking about really suiting Kane, Harry Kane.
Yeah,
Right.
because Mount is not necessarily the creative one.
Yeah, he's not
You know?
very. Yeah, he's not. And yeah,
He
And
will
he was a
run
surprise for me.
and gun like
it's a
a
box to
Kante.
box. It's a box to
Yeah,
box.
he will run and gun
Yeah.
like a Kante, but he's not going to be the person you should rely on. That's why I think Grealish or a man like Sancho, because Sancho can play central attacking too. You know, I would play Sancho. I would even Smith Rowe was included, would have played Smith Rowe as well inside for Harry Kane. So you really have to look at that. So
Chris, which team Romel support?
yeah, I would want Romel to Montague. So Romel, put it in the comment section. I will post it up on
Sound like he's a man. Sound like he's a Man U man, you know. Let's get that feeling there. Our Man City.
All right, so remember the persons that are viewing the live, please to go and subscribe. As you see on the screen, it's a road to 500 subscribers. Like, share, subscribe to Sports Guy, because I want to do this on a weekend, like at 4 every Sunday, so we can review the matches that are happening. But I want to ask you, gents, and I want to start off with Robert first. Who is your dark horse for this for this Euro Championship?
Well, today I was surprised by Ukraine. I was also surprised by Austria. But for me, it would be Italy.
Italy is a dark horse. Who do you think is a dark horse?
Bridget, I say the thing is, I'm not even going to consider Italy a dark horse, because Italy is a regular, you know. Italy is one of the regulars, as in generally even leading up to World Cups and stuff. You don't really hear about Italy much. And normally once them start, you know, it's a tournament, as you say, it's right. It's normally a big tournament team. So I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't call them a dark horse, but they're a team to watch. Although nobody not to talk about it. And then the Euros and then the Euros now don't do Portugal and the other three in a group of that at this service and say, yo, I'll put I have to get out one hour now.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you said that, you know, because I want you guys to help me do this. It's a fun little game that I think is really something that we need to look at. So gents, just need for it to come up, pop up. Yeah, so going to be sharing the screen now.
Yeah, man.
All right, good. All right, so tournament predictors. As you see, it's loading up now. And we'll try as a guest. So are you guys seeing the screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we'll go to the group stage. I'd already picked the teams, but you guys can make adjustments for me. So Group A, I have, as you can see, Italy, Turkey, Wales, and Switzerland. What do you think should change there?
I think Italy and Switzerland are at number 1 and 2.
Funny enough, as much as Turkey lose, you know.
Right.
I think I'd keep them at second, you know. I think Turkey might come out of the group.
Okay. So you
over Switzerland?
Well, you're right. Yeah, you know, yeah. Italy and Switzerland. Yeah, Switzerland.
All right, so Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, and Wales to be last in the group. All right, so
and even Wales, like Aaron Ramsey disappoint me. Think the man, Aaron Ramsey never do nothing in the game yesterday.
Yeah. Made a lot of errors.
From him left Arsenal, him turn bug.
The thing is, remember when Aaron Ramsey was at Arsenal, you know, he was actually a defensive midfield player.
Yeah, but I mean,
When he
midfield
leaves,
better, man.
he goes in the attacking role.
And I'm injury prone to that. He kind of
And
beat him.
injury
But
prone,
yeah,
yeah.
that's another story. Let's see the next score. Yeah, Belgium. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so the other team is Belgium, Russia, Denmark, and Finland.
Finland, well, I think Denmark and Belgium, even though Finland get the 3 points over them.
What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm good with that.
So
Brother, remember say that. Remember say
So
all Finland. Remember say Finland and Jamaica beating stick to, you know. When I always beat up Finland, man. Jamaica.
Yeah, so somebody.
Yeah, and the Russian team isn't that good this year.
Mark Green, I said, please answer. So I guess he's probably referring to Romel to indicate which team in support.
It's a man. You see how long it might take for answer? It's a Manchester City fan. Yeah, but confirm. Him right to them, they even want to see him. He's a Chelsea fan. Oh God, man.
Oh boy. So all right. So we go to Group C: Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, North Macedonia.
Netherlands and Austria.
Netherlands and Austria.
Yeah.
Robert, you agree?
Austria surprised me though, you know. So yeah, I agree.
Austria always have a good looking team, you know. And
Yeah.
my boy,
Yeah, they do always have
Alaba.
a good team.
Yeah, man. Alaba always a doing looking thing. You know, some Chelsea jersey, me they look for.
The Chelsea jersey.
How you mean? I have to represent my club, brother. I'm here. No matter what.
He has answered, gents. He said, I would never walk alone.
That's why I'm so quiet. That's why I'm so quiet, one. That's why I'm so quiet, one. No, but on a real though, Romel, brother, not feel too bad because despite everything, like we don't know, somebody got Obeah for Liverpool last season, the last season.
Here injuries.
Injuries and Regin, even though hold on, but wait. Who mash up thing the knee? I know Pickford too.
Pickford,
Yes.
yeah.
Same thing.
Van Dijk.
And that tackle was based on my memory. That tackle Pickford never even did have to go in for the tackle.
I know that this
mash up the man knee.
But this comes back to the point that I am saying that will probably be the downfall of England. Pickford is very hesitant in commanding his box.
Yes. Yeah, man.
And that was one of the very reasons why he had that clash with Van Dijk that caused the injury. I am very shocked and I am very shocked and surprised that Romel is saying that Pickford should start, because if he was an emotional Liverpool fan, he would have said would even want to see Pickford near the team.
And then so the thing is, and they say now that this Van Dijk being out of the Holland team, the Netherlands team, it kind of basically they've become weak. It has weakened them.
Right,
Arsenal, because Robert, you have company, Robert.
I have none. All right, so persons are rolling in like that. Please to hit the like button. People hit the like button. I really would appreciate it. It's actually my first live on YouTube. In terms of this podcast, and it's going very well so far.
Yeah, man.
So keep the comments coming and hit the like button as well. So Stanford Davy. You don't have you're not alone.
Jay. Hey, no, look here. I tell people, you see me, the rest of my year can't spoil, you know. You see Chelsea win the Champions League, brother. Oh, Lord, man.
No, man, you can't. You went to the finals of the FA Cup and you won the Champions League too, so I don't
my year can't spoil, but good.
All right, so Romel says, I actually didn't hear what team he supports Chelsea.
So you never put up my logo a while ago. Chelsea, man. Chelsea for life, man. Chelsea for life.
All right, so let's go back to the tournament.
Yeah, Group D.
Group D, England, Croatia, and people, if you actually watch my Instagram story, if you watch my Instagram page, you will know that we have discussed the Euros and the groups. Remember when we went to, what was the restaurant again, Craig and Robert?
M10.
Yeah, and we did discuss this. So if you guys are not familiar, you can go over to the Instagram page. It's the same as this, Chris the Sports Guy, and you can see that. But anyways, we'll go to Group D. England, Croatia, Scotland, Czech
Okay,
Republic.
you go first.
I don't think that there's any change to this.
No, likewise, yeah. England has this. England and Croatia.
England, Croatia, and Scotland. I don't think there's any change.
England, if the coach will mess it up, England.
Now, man, I'm telling you, man. England is a lucky team until they reach quarters, semis, you know. So
but the thing is, we haven't seen. Have you seen Czech Republic?
Yeah, they're pretty decent, you know. They're dangerous.
Right, they are pretty decent.
They are dangerous.
Yeah, but
and England have to come up better to beat Czech Republic.
You'd have Czech Republic third over Scotland then.
Yes.
Yeah, Scotland will come last. Unfortunately, Scotland will come last.
All right, so we'll go to Group E. Spain, Sweden, Poland, and Slovakia.
Spain and Sweden just as it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that that's
Spain.
Yeah, I think so too.
Why?
But I wouldn't sleep on Poland either.
Yeah, but Poland more defensive.
Poland more defensive. That's it. Yeah.
But watch out. At that Greece, you know I win a couple of years ago, brother. Don't forget.
Yeah, counter.
Yeah. You know what I play with.
And especially with a guy that just broke the Bundesliga record for the most goals in a season.
Yeah.
If you want a goal,
it's just unfortunate for him that he's not really on that. If the team are that good.
Yes, because he doesn't have any creators like that on the team. So I think that's the biggest problem for him. He doesn't have to worry about creation when it comes to playing for Bayern Munich. So,
so
I think that's the big problem. So as it stands, of course, just to give you an update, Neymar scored a penalty in the 64th, so it's 2-0 for Brazil to Venezuela, 72nd minute. I know that Craig would be happy to hear that, as we both support Brazil.
Yes, sir, Chris. So I tell the public, I love football, but like when it comes to like the world football, Brazil is my team. No matter
Brazil,
what.
Right.
Yeah, man.
So
despite the 7, Brazil for life.
All right. So
but Neymar forgot about the business, but that's another day.
All right. So we'll go to the group of death, and one of these teams is actually. One of the teams is actually the team that Robert supports. So it's France, Portugal, Germany, and Hungary. So because Robert supports Portugal, I would allow him to go first.
He might put Portugal first.
Portugal on top, of course.
Okay, be realistic.
Portugal on top, of course. Yes.
All right. So do you
I say think your boy come trophy again this year?
All right, so the thing is with Portugal, no. The Portugal team, no. They don't really depend on Cristiano Ronaldo to win the matches. Because with Jota and with Jota, with Felix, with Bruno, they have a lot of goal scorers.
All right. So
yeah.
I want to ask you an important question, and don't lie to me, you know.
Before you ask me the important question.
And don't answer like a fan, brother.
Before you ask me that important question, please to put Portugal on top.
Well, I know we have to discuss that first.
No, hold on. It's 3 of us.
So because if it's majority rules, then it will.
Yeah, you can't just.
All right. So who do you have, Craig?
Who do I have where?
France on top.
Oh, you have France on top. I actually do have France on top.
Yeah, man, France.
Second.
Yeah, man, France.
So
the truth, as
why?
I don't want. Hold on. I mean, why? You know,
France is a well-oiled machine. Okay, hold on.
Kante. One man wrecking machine.
So you have, remember, you know, Kante and Paul Pogba has started in 27 games together. They've never lost one. Never. Benjamin Pavard has been quite consistent for Bayern Munich this season. Mm-hmm. If you want to look at Theo Hernandez, who has been one of the best players for AC Milan this season as well. If you want to look at Karim Benzema, who has been the most consistent striker, one of the most consistent number 9s in the world this season, as opposed to Robert Lewandowski.
He had Chelsea sweating.
Ousmane Dembele has been actually better in a France shirt. He has been playing very well in their international friendlies. Need I go on, Robert? Would you want me to?
I never call Mbappe yet.
although you know Mbappe, yeah. But Chris, do you remember that message that I sent in the group? What's going on? The rift between Giroud and Mbappe.
I am trying to find out, and I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
Okay, I'm hoping. Although no, Robert said more that the rift continue. I hope that doesn't affect the team.
Bad mind, Robert. Bad mind.
No, it's not bad mind, you know.
Rommel says, I think Brazil will win Copa
Rommel
actually want Argentina to.
Rommel, I don't know. Rommel, I understand what you say, but I don't know. Something wrong with Argentina.
Argentina is just a dysfunctional family.
Because look here, because even in the World Cup qualifiers, they say what them coach make a blunder, the man lead too low and the man take off. The man take off some players and then you remember that game ended 2-2. The coach a blunder, brother. Argentina. No.
The coach blunder. All right, so we're gonna keep France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary. I do think that Hungary is not gonna have anything.
So hold on, but Robert. So on our right on the Germany side, brother?
No, but I just think that in terms of star power and I just think that Portugal and France is just
chemistry, star power. Yeah.
I think this Germany team just if they get like when you're in hospital and get a little shock and just wake up. I think they can be a surprise.
All right.
Especially with the likes of Werner and Havertz, you know?
Yeah, I still have.
Well, if they draw with Portugal and France and then beat Hungary, they can go through.
Yeah.
So I still have Germany as third, just to be safe, but I think that Portugal and France will be too much for them, in my opinion. But it depends on what Joachim Low does, and I don't think he will do much, in my opinion.
And then I'm not sure if you guys saw the Portugal-Spain match in the week, although that's just a practice match.
Yeah.
Spain,
that wasn't the strongest team.
Spain run riot, a true Morata can't score. Lucky,
yeah, but that wasn't the strongest team either.
Yeah,
that's true. So, all right. So now to pick the best third place, the 4 best third place teams. So we have Turkey from Group A, Russia from Group B, Ukraine from Group C, Poland from Group E, Czech Republic from Group D, and Germany from Group F. Who do you guys will be?
All right, I saw you had that tick. I would pick Germany.
I would pick Germany.
Let me tell you the reason why. Because I think this group will end on low points. I think there will be a few draws in it, so I don't think the points will be that high versus some of the other groups.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell you something. Rommel, let me tell you something. You see, once team will start score, watch a joke. You might not go take
When will that be?
Eh?
Next season.
Look here, he is young. He can only get better. The man make the run them. He might make the run them. He might put in all of the assists. You see, once and Rommel, you
need the time. You need the time to run.
You see, once you start score goal, Bridging, a judgment. Know yourself, man. Give him some time.
He might Havertz upon us. Havertz have a teaching.
All right, so guys, who do you have as the other 3 third place teams? Best third place teams. I would
Check.
put Ukraine in there.
Yeah, they never look bad at all. I'm gonna put Czech.
They never look bad at all against Netherlands, Czech Republic, and then one more.
Oh, it's 4 now? If it's 4, Poland.
Yeah. Because I get the Lewandowski effect.
Yeah.
All right, so we go to. All right, so the round of 16. This is how it would look. First round of 16 match: Belgium, Germany.
Belgium.
Not question. All right, so Italy, Austria.
Italy.
France. Croatia, Sweden.
Yeah.
Sweden, okay.
Yeah.
Spain, Czech Republic, Spain. England, Portugal.
Jesus
Portugal, of course.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yo, that match have a tricky. Yo, don't be surprised that game they go all extra time.
I think so too.
I think it's probably gonna go to penalties. If it goes to penalties, Portugal is
No,
winning.
I don't think it will reach penalty.
Alright, I can tell you what I miss for England. Ryan Sterling.
John Stones too. If a penalty.
Portugal.
So who you guys have? Who do you guys have?
Portugal, yeah. If that is the matchup, Portugal, yeah.
Oh.
Bridget, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if me tell you something. And it's not because, by the way, Cristiano Ronaldo is just 2 days older than me. You understand? So I know them February man, they think. You see, as long as them man they on the field, brother,
But
if you
Craig,
not do the whole game, the man just want one chance.
Yeah,
Craig, what are you doing, Craig? Hold on there. Craig, what are you doing? Cristiano Ronaldo is 2 days older than you. And look what Christy is doing. What is going on? Craig, you have to talk.
Eh?
You have to talk, you know. Oh, it's 2 days. He's 2 days older than you. And you there still don't got chat for YouTube live and Christian.
But remember now, Craig, you know.
Look here.
Craig,
hold on.
Craig right now, you know. Craig right now could be in that Jamaica defense, you know. No, true talk.
Chris,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me tell you something. You see the goal, you see the first goal, you see the goal where Japan score where they are. Let me tell you something. Yeah, man, I not taught myself. The man them tell you, as a defender, if a man in the box, you usher him out, don't make him come in. Don't make the man, and the man make the man cut in and kick the ball to 3 defender.
The guy that scored, you know, that's his dominant foot. His left.
Hey, Chris, that's why we're going to send him back on him right, send him back on the outside, don't make him cut in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make him cut in.
That's for another discussion.
Yeah, for another discussion. But Chris, but Robert, thank you for the vote of confidence. Yeah.
But it's true, Craig. Yeah, man, it's true.
All right, so Mark actually would pick England over Portugal.
For Portugal?
Really?
Well, let me tell you something. You see, as long as Cristiano Ronaldo up on the field, you can't root against him, brother.
He has also said that France is one of the specialists.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Depends.
That is a safe judgment to make. You can't root against France.
Yeah. So, but I do agree. Portugal. If that's the matchup, Portugal is good.
Boy, David not gonna like that. David not gonna like that video.
No, but that's if Portugal comes second. That's if Portugal comes second in the group.
Right.
No,
in the group.
Guys, you guys realize something, because if France came second, they would have faced Portugal. France would have won the game, and would have faced England. France would have won that game.
Right. So that's it for England.
Basically, it would have been. It really wouldn't be good for England, because
unless they come second in the group too.
Unless they come second in the group.
But either way, them taking England in a hot water early.
Yeah.
Either way, them taking them come second or first.
Yeah, for real. Because isn't it Ukraine in their group as well?
Yeah.
So to me, it's going to be very, very tricky. But anyways, going to the other match at the round of 16, Netherlands.
Yeah, man.
I think
this will be a good matchup, you know.
I think it's going to be a good match, though.
Yeah. Netherlands, though, yeah.
I know. I want to tell them now with that Switzerland Denmark match would be a good match. But
these two better give Switzerland.
I think it would have been more of an interesting match.
You see, with Ericsson being out, I'll give Switzerland.
I give Switzerland that win as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Right,
did you guys talk about he look like him carried on?
Yeah.
Well,
the doctors are saying that he shouldn't play again. He needs to retire.
Right, and they're going to ban him.
They said that if they said that cardiac arrest, then
they will ban him.
Then Inter CEO said they're gonna ban him.
And the man are just 29, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, just to inform you, Craig, that the Bucks tied the series at 2 apiece.
Yeah, because my boy uncle
he got injured.
Yeah, uncle.
Yeah, hopefully he's back for game 5, but that looks to be an interesting series. Anyways, Mark.
But don't say NBA really matter to me, because the king gone home, so it's done for me. That's how
yeah.
King James
Mark says this is not the same England.
True. They don't look as confident as in the World Cup.
Yeah. So,
Mark, them have too much man to choose from. That's their problem. They have too much man to pick.
What they need to do is look at the forward that they have and select the midfield that suit the forward.
or if they're gonna create the midfield, they need to look at the forward, not necessarily start the forward. Because if you want to go for more of a if you're going to start Harry Kane, you need to start Jadon Sancho.
Right.
Or somebody that's a fast, creative winger.
Not Mount.
That is going to suit Harry Kane. You cannot have
Mount
somebody
central mid. Well,
you cannot have
Mount
somebody
that
is able to. You cannot have somebody that's more of an attack.
In the game, they use Harry Kane, right? They use him to come back in the 10, right? To create, but when he creates, right, and they put across the ball, no one is there
because there's someone them short.
Right.
No, short in terms of
height.
as tall as Harry Kane.
Yeah, height. Yeah, we know.
Right.
We know. All right.
And
So,
most of them European team are defense always.
Tall.
So,
all right. So look at these quarterfinals. These quarterfinals are some good teams. So we look at the first one, Italy and Belgium.
This one tricky, but
I'm gonna say Belgium.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, but I think this one will go extra time. Yeah,
I think this is gonna go extra time as well.
You think so? The man them lucky say Eden Hazard drop off a farm and thing, but the man them lucky.
If it was the Eden Hazard at the World Cup, we would have been a different thing.
Remember say him kill side.
Yeah.
Him and the boy the Brian man. Anyway, next match. I don't forget about that memory then.
Yeah. So France, Sweden, France, right?
France.
Setting up a very interesting.
This is a matchup I don't like. I don't like to play against Spain, especially in this stage at any competition. Don't like play against Spain. Right?
But if I'm Morata playing at the head, Portugal are going. Because Morata now going to score.
You see, with this, Portugal have to get the perfect starting lineup and score first. If not, Spain are going to win.
It's a bit tricky.
So who do you guys?
Well, I have to back my team still. So but I never like to. I rather play Spain in the first zone. I don't like play them anywhere after that, unless it's a final. But Portugal, of course, for me.
All right. So who do you have?
I'm going to Ronaldo effect. Portugal. I'm going to Ronaldo effect. Me can't Regin. Let me tell you something. Hold on. But remember the last Euro, Ronaldo get in and Ronaldo up on the bench and hop.
10 coach.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Big influence in the team. Big.
Yeah, this one is Netherlands.
Yeah. Netherlands.
Hold on, Netherlands. But this match, if this is the match that's going to be played, it's going to be very, very, very close.
Yeah. All right.
Very close.
Semi-finals: France and Belgium.
France.
No question.
So France and
France are go all the way, man.
Yeah.
And that
France will have a tough if they lead the zone, they will have a tough stretch still, Some good matches they are going to play,
Yeah. Netherlands, Portugal.
This even easier than Netherlands than Portugal and Spain.
Nigga.
It's easier than Portugal and Spain. Portugal versus Netherlands is easier than Portugal playing Spain.
All right, so Ramel says the Spain camp has COVID and
hold on.
It's a foreign competition.
No.
Big man thing.
And they play. No, they don't play it.
No, they don't. They have not played their first game of the
Brother, everybody have COVID, yeah, man. Just let's make the man and play ball and done, yeah, man. Yeah, but that's a big deal, though, So yeah. So Romel, thanks for that point. We make a note of that, so you can drop out Spain out of that. Robert, you're glad, don't you?
No, but the thing is, though, they might change the team, because they can still change the team.
Yeah, but normally, it's better.
Normally, they can send for more players. They can change the team.
Yeah, but the Spain team normally are the best players out there right now.
Yeah, man, I understand that.
You understand?
No, Muno want play against.
Busquets not get injured right there.
Yeah.
And that shows that I want big shoes.
Yeah, big shoes.
Yeah, all of them have Rodrigo. Rodrigo, I mean?
Rodrigo.
Alright, let's.
Rodrigo. Them have a brother.
Yeah, and play for City. I thought the guy that plays for City, right? Rodrigo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let Spain stay. Let's play Spain.
Would you all right, so if that is the case, Robert, would you bring back a guy like David Silva?
Hold on. Where am I playing now? China or MLS?
Sociedad. He plays for Real Sociedad.
David Silva.
Yo, right now with Spain, you should bring back David Villa to score now to play now. I'll take Morata, please.
David Villa kills Portugal, you know, man.
Eh?
David Villa kill Portugal in a World Cup, you know.
They take a set power, don't you?
What?
Yeah.
Bridget,
but you would need somebody creative, you know. So I think David Silva would be a good, even though he retired from international football, of course.
Yeah.
To bring him out of retirement, that wouldn't be a bad thing, would it?
With Morata play, man, bring back David Villa to man. But Silva general, you know.
Yeah, man, general, man. I forgive him that.
I'm not think I'm about to take him back.
All right, so just an update. Neymar with now a goal and an assist. Gabriel Barbosa, the third goal. 3-0, Venezuela.
Look here. Chris says the Copa America, Brazil are always win that easily. Because me tell them realize. See the European team them are Brazil team for the past couple of years.
Yep.
Yeah. South American team them we dispatch them but the European team them team we played shape and counter attacking team. We can't manage that.
Alright, so what do you guys think about? Because I realize so just to finish this off, guys, France, Portugal, what do you think is gonna win?
No more France, brother.
Yeah, alright, so the thing is no. So the trick is no, right? if France beat Portugal in the first zone game, they won't beat Portugal again. Trust me. They won't beat Portugal twice. No. They can't beat Portugal twice.
So you have Portugal winning the title.
Of course.
If okay.
Well, remember Chris, he might talk like a fan here now. Right,
well,
all logic God.
No, put in fan aside. Even Cristiano Ronaldo won't let one team beat him twice in the same competition.
Kante I got man mark Ronaldo.
But the thing is when Kante mark Cristiano Ronaldo, that leave Jata, that leave
we know that now got brother.
Okay. So you won't try to mark Cristiano Ronaldo.
No man, no.
So
but I see France edging on, man.
I see France edging them too by 2 goals.
And then think they'll get World Player of the Year. Kante after that. First.
Hold on, let me ask you. You get the next jersey?
No, not yet.
Right. So that won't happen.
All right, so guys, I want to talk about something very interesting that I see Scotland is doing with playing as centre back. Do you think that's the right move?
Playing who?
Playing Scott McTominay as centre back. That's the right move for Scotland.
No, but you know, based on his physical presence and everything that I think he would make a bad. I think he'll do well in that role, you know. I didn't require much running up and down.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So who do you think is going to be the player of the tournament this year? Yes, I can't again for your money.
No, they're not gonna give, man. They're not gonna give. I'm not gonna give.
I mean, if he continues to play like how he's playing, do you really have any choice?
Yeah, because if somebody is scoring 10 goals, 6 between 6 to 10 goes, the man get a first move. Like based on the system, I think I might be wrong, but I'm gonna say maybe Mbappe. Plus, I think he have something to prove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like can't bring France, you know.
We're not big
He
fans,
has
but
plans to win.
now France will win.
So who do you think? Because I have a player in mind. I have two players in mind, but Robert, who do you think?
I can't rule out Jota.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Actually
Jota
have
for me.
I actually have Bruno Fernandes and I have Kylian Mbappe. Just the fact that
I don't think Bruno will play all the games.
they don't have to play all the games.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I think the rule that Bruno plays for Portugal, him now go get the opportunity to stand up.
Right,
Oh,
because Bruno play wide. Bruno play out wide.
Yeah, I think.
I forgot. It's a good thing we did say that as well. So I meant to ask Robert something. I want to ask him, but I want Robert to answer first because I feel to you. So somebody got fouled in the box, right?
Somebody got fouled in the box.
Yes. So a Portuguese player got fouled in the box. This is the Euro final.
All right, the scenario. Okay.
Kimpembe fouls let's say Ruben Neves in the 18-yard box, and it's a penalty. So, between
That's a
Bruno
no-brainer.
and Christie.
That's a no-brainer. Bruno now get that. Ronaldo take that.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Even the other day in the friendly, Bruno don't even go near the ball.
Brother, unless Ronaldo will take up the ball.
Unless Ronaldo said it. Yes.
Free kicks as well.
Well,
but the thing is,
I think Ronaldo nowadays we step back, because him not scoring a free kick again from there. Couple of years ago now.
No, it depends on which side. You step back if it's the depends on which side the free kick is. He will step back or how far back.
So so for corners you have Bruno though. Take the corners,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you have Bruno.
But penalty, no question.
Christie.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
As long as in the on the field, he might take it.
Yeah.
Unless he might say, "Here, Bruno, take it." You take it. But Ronaldo, that's it.
Maybe if him score a hat-trick already, then he must say, "All right, take it."
And Chris, I remember, Ronaldo, my boy, in terms of ball, but a ball germs, and he want to score, and he wouldn't mind being the player of the tournament. So, I'm take it.
He wouldn't mind scoring every goal.
Yeah, man. So that's a no-brainer, man. And truth be told, his record speaks for itself. He will score the penalty more times than not. So.
All right. So Copa America, who do you guys have winning that one?
We know that Brazil are going to win.
Brazil
Are going to win.
All right, so that match has ended, of course.
Maybe Argentina upset.
Argentina go finals, brother.
Hold on, I do have also hold on.
Hello, Argentina will beat Brazil still.
1-1.
They will beat them, man.
Yeah, 1-1. I think 1-1 they would beat them.
Yeah.
All right, so just to start this here. Yeah. Hold on.
Chris, who kept in goal for Brazil today?
Who kept in goal for Brazil today? Alisson.
Oh, because Edison did play over there, The World Cup qualifier, Edison did keep.
Yeah.
Keep good.
But I mean that is the
good problem.
The good thing. The good thing about this Brazil team, you have a lot of people.
Man, have 2 world-class keeper, 2 of the best keeper in the world.
Yeah.
Arguably.
Yeah, 100%.
I know, funny enough, I think we kind of get, now I give Edison the edge over Alisson. Because Alisson, he might move like Pickford from where they are. They look a back pass, so he might keep it out, and he might keep it on the defender lane.
Yeah.
He might do that often from where they are. But don't know what fly up in the mid.
But guys, what do you think about Onana?
Onana? Coming from Ajax?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a good keeper.
Who is he going to play for?
Hopefully Arsenal. No, they actually they put in a
him career done. Lord Jesus.
Well, I can see we're making some moves. That's all I can see.
I'm not even gonna say nothing to you about that.
Yeah.
Who you guys think is going to be young player of the tournament for Euros?
Well, it depends on who get the games.
Foden.
Right now, Foden, because
Foden.
if he get more games, Foden. But it's between him, maybe Rashford and Saka. England though, England
for sure. You think he's gonna get?
Yeah, England.
Me forgets him. Look here, I forget that
So
Rashford is still young enough.
hold on.
But he might get a lot of games.
So what about Joao Felix from Portugal? What about him?
That youth there.
Yeah, but
I know some feel like they might be the X factor for Portugal, brother. The man, a baller, I know.
Yeah, baller.
I'm wondering how
Well, it could be right because if England drop out in round of 16.
And also Ruben, how old is Ruben Neves? Not Ruben Neves, Ruben Diaz.
I'm not sure. You have to check on that.
Yeah.
Alright, so Romel says that isn't Onana banned from football for 9 months.
No, he gets Onana gets 9 months, right? So he can play in November.
But he can train from February.
Right, but he can train from September.
Yeah. So
Arsenal really want a man like that. What kind of crosses you want to pick up, brother?
No, the thing is, it was an honest mistake.
Yeah, he said that he actually was.
Right, he took aspirin.
Like that, and he took aspirin.
Right, his wife pill.
Yeah,
so it's an honest mistake.
A boy got the man I take.
All right, so it's to me it's gonna be Foden, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No, if England go far, if England go far.
England goes far, definitely feel Foden. But like I said, you can't pick a poison when it comes to that, because France gets first in the group, they're gonna face Portugal, England, and if Portugal gets first in the group, England is gonna face France.
Yeah, so they're basically going to face either. Yeah. So they're dropping out early.
No,
basically.
Hold on there. Can we say if?
Yeah.
England tops the group. If
they top the group,
They can't go, because one thing I know, one thing me realize about these tournaments, that you cannot predict anything that is going to happen.
I know England is a team who might play to come second in the group.
Yeah, them dash game.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. But that them don't work up.
Yeah.
We play to come second in the group, even though
to get an easier run.
Right, even though I think that goal from Adnan Januzaj, I think the goalkeeper could have picked that one there, to be honest.
Yeah,
that was a very good goal from Januzaj.
And also in the World Cup, France got a lighter draw going.
I think they did, definitely.
They did, and generally you hardly ever see, if ever, see a team play tough matches from group stage to finals and win. Never normally happen. Normally need a little break.
But I mean, England, I don't think that England is going to really drop off, because their toughest game, in my opinion, was the game that they played today, which was against Croatia.
In the zone.
Yeah.
So unless
Czech Republic, it's the first time they're winning the opener.
Yeah, so
and it's a good way to start. 3 points on the bank.
Unless Scotland or Czech Republic will pull a surprise on them, I don't expect them to be any less than first from Group D. So them basically.
No, they still can't underestimate them though.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna go further than round of 16. To be honest.
The man them wicked to France and Germany and Portugal. The man them put the 3 man them in one group.
I mean, anything can happen, you know. Anything can happen, you know. So I mean, but it's gonna be difficult, because
Maybe they wanted to knock out Germany early.
To me, it was bound to happen. There was going to be a group on it. It was
A tough
bound
group.
to
Yeah, man, all the time.
It was going to.
In every
So
major tournament.
I think that the big teams like
Yeah, so let me say this. The
Netherlands
team
and
that top the zone, the team that top that zone will win the Euros.
that's why you have Portugal.
Hold
on
on,
top.
so Chris, So next week we'll come back and say, oh boy, Portugal come second here. You can change your vote.
No, Portugal. The thing is, Portugal won't come second.
That's what they think.
No, I think Portugal and France will draw in the first in the group stage.
You think they're going to draw?
Yeah. The thing is, Portugal will play Hungary before playing France, and France will play Hungary before. So I think they are playing last and by then both teams probably qualify already.
So hold on. So the expectation is that Hungary is going to get dumped up from all the teams?
No, from Portugal and France.
So I think Hungary can come. I think Hungary can come and say, here, gentlemen, the man and say we can't be. We have just park the bus and just
No, that means
turning on a flesh.
No, but the thing is, when they park the bus and Christie pick up a free kick, or Bruno get a free kick and score. That parking the bus.
Is that a guarantee say I was score? Parking favor the beer,
I remember when Morocco had parked the bus with Portugal and it worked. Because I think Portugal stole a point from Portugal that World Cup in 2018.
It's not safe to park bus against Portugal unless you are leading.
Chris, who is your dark horse?
Dark horse for this Euros. It's tough.
Yeah.
You like him want to say Belgium.
Because I think, Chris, to be honest, I think
Belgium
what I want to see.
Is not a dark horse. Belgium is
not.
No,
it's not a dark horse team. Not a dark horse team.
It
can't be. I think
I honestly think if I honestly think a team that can actually surprise a lot of people is Ukraine.
Who?
Okay.
Ukraine. I think Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if Yarmolenko, we need to.
Fight. That's a fighting team.
A few years ago, everybody wanted Yarmolenko,
That's a fighting team still.
So I think that Andrei Yarmolenko and Yarmolenko, who plays further more advanced than Yarmolenko, I think they're going to be dangerous in my opinion. And then now with the Premier League and Champions League experience of Zinchenko sitting in front of the back four, I think it's not going to be as easy for a lot of people. Because see they scored, Netherlands scored 2 goals. They were leading by 2 goals today. Ukraine settled defensively, scoring back 2, right? And it could have gone either way. So I think that if anything, and I have Ukraine as a dark horse in this competition.
I normally have a little team when nobody not talk about. Normally go far. We can't forget that year that with Greece, brother. Greece go finals and win. And
Chris is that bad. At that time, I think that was Figo's last tournament.
Robert, you remember that year? Don't you?
Yeah.
You didn't cry
Deco was
notice me
Deco was playing for Portugal at that time.
Yeah. And I think that Portugal team was the best Portugal team.
Yeah, yes. Man. That's why they picked
Deco and
the team came 3rd or 4th in the World Cup.
Miguel.
They did.
Yeah.
And
While
that was Figo's last international competition. So he left after that.
That midfield was Barcelona midfield.
Yep. Yeah. And Greece just steal it. Actually, Greece was actually picked the lowest to win that competition. That they were nobody thought that Greece would have won that. would have won that.
No,
Nobody
nobody,
thought.
because number say
As a matter of fact,
Greece.
people thought that Greece would even come out of their group.
But this it's same thing with Austria. With Austria today, Austria scoring 3 goals. That was surprising.
But to me, it's not as surprising. All right, here what?
Austria is a bad team because Alaba.
If Russia play
The
here,
thing is, they have not scored more than 1 goal.
if Russia, not Austria, if Ukraine, like how them play against Netherlands, I think that match against Austria is going to be very difficult for this Austrian team, against Ukraine. I feel Ukraine is going to beat North Macedonia. Yeah. I think that Netherlands is going to beat Austria.
I can foresee that.
Austria is a fighter still,
so quality.
Austria is a fighter.
Not quality
about that. But if Ukraine plays the way they play today, I have a feeling that Austria is going to lose that game.
Well, yeah.
So it's going to be difficult. So if you have Austria to draw with Netherlands, because Austria don't play them giveaway match already, which is North Macedonia.
Right, they already get them 3 points basically.
If Austria lose or draw them, they pan 3 or 4.
Austria just need to draw 2 more,
If Ukraine beat North Macedonia, by a bigger score than Austria beat North Macedonia, Austria in trouble,
Yeah.
So I think that.
But so it would boil down to Austria and Ukraine match.
Yes, I think that Group C, the automatic qualify, the second because I think that Netherlands will automatically qualify.
Right.
But the second automatic qualifying spot is going to be up for grabs between Austria and
Ukraine. Well, we had said Ukraine and Netherlands.
Yeah. So I think that is what's going to happen. But even if they don't, I do believe that Ukraine is going to be one of the third best players.
Yeah.
So
it's safe to say that maybe one of the third best players coming from this group, whether Ukraine or Austria.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yeah.
I honestly believe so too. But that's going to be a matchup to be on. But we've gone 2 hours. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for joining.
Time flies.
YouTube live. It time really flies. I want to thank Rommel Montague, Mark.
Yeah, man. Rommel, big up.
Guys, big up on yourself. Thanks for joining the live, because this is really something I want to continue. So thank you guys so much. Bless up to Craig, bless up to Robert. You guys really came in, even though Craig come late. I didn't say about 4 o'clock.
No, I had internet connection issues. Apologies, guys.
It's been up and down with flow for quite a number of weeks now. So I hope they fix that. But somebody says new comments. Rommel, before we go, Rommel says Dutch won't go very far. The coach messed up the whole team. I would have confidence if it was
Coleman.
I do agree with that one. I think that the bar does not know his 11-1, and really and truly, I honestly don't think that Frank de Boer can get this team motivated to do anything. I think there has to be a real leader. I think that Wijnaldum has to now step up as a leader in this team. Probably act like a Christie in the Euros from 2016.
But Chris, it's the same thing where Rommel said about Coleman. The same thing can be said about England and Southgate. I don't think Southgate know him head from input. I don't
think so. But I think what is going to really get England through, and I think what's going to get Southgate out of the waters a lot, is the fact that I think that England has better quality than Netherlands.
Okay.
Because
if England doesn't go as far as at least the semi-finals, they would have underachieved.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Because this is the last World Cup. Their finish was one of the best in a while.
They should have gone to the finals.
They should have gone to the finals, because I think it was a defensive error that caused Mandzukic to score that goal in extra time, that really caused them to win. But you can't really, with that Croatia team that had an informed Ivan Perisic, Mandzukic, who was a goal poacher, and that leader
Luka
that won
Modric.
Ballon d'Or that year,
Luka Modric.
You can't.
General.
And then now, persons like Vida in defense was very good for Croatia too. Vida was very good for Croatia in the World Cup in 2018. So I think that England should have played their game. If they did, they would have won that game. But they should have gone to the finals, in my opinion. They should have gone to the finals against France. I don't know why Robert put that as him username. You see that, Craig?
What's up? Robert Portugal for the win. Chris, Robert, don't worry. You see the good thing, Chris, and it should consider getting a sponsor from one of them people who get pharmaceuticals for depression. Because Robert might good level need it. Yeah, my brother. Look here, Chris. You see, myself and you, we've passed that stage, you know. Being a Brazilian fan, you know, brother. You understand for accept life for what it is, you know. Cool? So now yourself, brother. We'll be here to guide you and encourage you, man. That's heavy. Heavy.
All right. So I like this comment. Ramel said, "Good live. You got yourself a subscriber." Thank you so much, Ramel. Bless up yourself.
Yeah, man. And Ramel should join in and one of the turn on the video I think
next week we need to.
Yeah, man.
Also, persons Romel and Mark and Stanford want to send the links to your friends, to everybody, because I'm doing this every week, and I want persons to come on to the live and come on to the YouTube live and really leave your comments. So I want it's just a few viewers, but I want this to continue to go up and up and up and up and up, because to have something like this to discuss the Euros is something that I know a lot of people don't do, so especially on YouTube. So I would love for us to actually step up in terms of the live viewership. So I would really appreciate that as well. So thank you, Robert. I don't know why you put it as a username, because I don't think that's gonna happen.
So Chris,
I think
I have a question. So for the match later, what are your predictions?
Jamaica match?
Women's football team.
I think we're gonna lose by 4 goals to
4 goals to how much?
0.
4 goals to 0.
Hold on, if on the same side play with there, we can't score from USA.
No,
And if on the USA side play Portugal, a problem because Megan Rappi, you know. Christian Chris, Alex Morgan, a George brother. Yo, yeah. Never look, I'm gonna watch it because I just want to see the team.
I'm going to watch it as well. I'm going to watch it as well.
So what time it starts?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, okay.
So I would really want to watch it. Also, guys, before you guys move, I don't know why I never asked you guys about this. So tomorrow, I want you guys predictions before we leave. Tomorrow, Scotland, Czech Republic, 8 o'clock. Czech Republic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for me.
Okay.
Scotland, Czech.
Yeah.
Scotland, Czech. 1-1.
Yeah,
draw.
Yeah, 1-1.
Poland, Slovakia. I have Poland winning that one.
Yeah.
I have
Poland. 1-0. Yeah, Poland 1-0.
Lewandowski scored in that game.
You said Lewandowski will score?
Yeah, I have Lewandowski scored in that game. All right, so Spain, Sweden. That match, even though people think it's a foregone conclusion, I think that's going to be very tricky for Spain.
I see Spain. Well, no, even so.
Hold on, Zlatan never play? Zlatan never come out of retirement?
No.
Zlatan not, you know.
Okay, I can't think of this. Spain
2-1.
Spain 2-1? Yeah, I have Spain 2-1 as well. I have Spain 2-1.
As a Sweden. But based on what Romela said with them COVID case, brother, what do go?
Yeah, but even so, even with a different Spain team, I think Spain will win.
Okay.
All right, so Romel says that
Scotland too. Scotland will be Czech.
No, don't underestimate Scotland team, you know. That's why I said 1-1.
What more If Scotland wins that 2-1, I have.
Remember Scotland have a good defense backline, you know.
Yeah.
And they have Kieran Tierney. They have Kieran Tierney running that wing, you know.
That's an Arsenal player, right?
Okay, Mr. Arsenal.
No, not only Kieran. Think they're from
you have McGinn and Che Adams as well.
Right. They have a good team, bro.
That's going to be a very tricky game now. Scotland probably win that game, you know.
Yeah.
Because Che has been the most consistent striker.
And they won their friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to be
that's a 1-1.
Yeah, this one I might have Scotland to sleep. This one 2-1.
So Romel said 2-1.
Romel says Zlatan is out of retirement for Sweden.
For Sweden? Okay. I know he's not playing. I know he's not playing.
No, he did play in the qualifiers. But he's injured. That's why he hasn't played. That's why he's not playing.
So hold on. So based on his injury, him out of the Euros completely?
I'm not sure. No, I'm not 100%.
Or depends on how far they go.
Depends. Because I don't.
I can tell you, if him did not play, them predictions over that, shift up,
Yeah, because I have if Zlatan play,
Zlatan are the man, bro.
That fight for first place are gonna be more difficult for Spain.
Robert should be able to tell it because he had a run with Portugal a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And in my opinion,
is when you talk about some team and some player, I'm gonna say nothing.
Yeah, man.
But in my opinion, I think that this season really showed how potent Zlatan is as a striker. He doesn't have to be mobile to be effective. I mean, Zlatan scored almost 20 goals this season. Before Zlatan was injured, he was just scoring goals for fun in AC Milan.
Yeah.
He was one of the sole reasons why AC Milan was undefeated for quite a while.
Yeah.
So
and them helping they win them help Inter Milan to because they never end up about Juventus tomorrow.
Them robot Juventus. And also they will be appearing in the Champions League next season.
Yeah.
So
Robert,
you know what that is?
Let's see, next 2 seasons. Ask me again the next 2 seasons.
That's it. No, Robert, I'm a virgin, man. You have to enjoy a little laugh.
Alright, so Romel said I think Italy will be the dark horse for the tournament. They will go very far.
I agree.
I don't think that Italy is a dark horse. Dark horse that you don't think.
But no one really was looking at Italy.
Yeah, it's just that Italy, nobody's talking about them. But as I said, Italy over the years is a big tournament team. Always find a way for the quarters.
Versus are teams that nobody
expected. Like Croatia, the last World Cup.
Do anything, and then out of the blue they do something. Yeah. Italy, I think persons expect Italy to come out of their group as winners
and go to the quarterfinals or something.
And go even further.
Far,
so in my opinion, I don't think that Italy should be classified as dark horses because
dark horse.
Person,
I just thought nobody not talk about them.
If all goes well, they are going to at least the quarterfinals. And if you are predicted to go at least the quarterfinals, because even 2018, in my opinion, Russia was a dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
In 2018, because nobody expected Russia to even come out of their group. Mm-hmm. And Russia topped their group and beat Spain too. So, watch your little man. I hope he's not a gunner fan.
No, man, look like a Chelsea fan, brother, man. I tell you. When you see Chelsea fan in PS, man.
Arsenal, man.
Hear this. Romel says, Arsenal's only hope to be with the big boys was the Super League.
Yeah.
But once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me and giving your analysis on the Euros this year. I will be the WhatsApp group as well as on Sunday. We'll do this again. So I really appreciate it. I really would like to thank everybody that came onto the live. Romel, thank you for your new subscription because it is really appreciative. Robert, here, bless up yourself, Robert. I know you don't want to pick up.
Bless up yourself.
Yeah, Craig Anderson, big up yourself. Craig,
Respect,
bless up yourself every time. So guys, thank you so much for joining the live. This has been
Mark Green.
Another Mark Green, bless up yourself as well. Stanford Davy. I want to say thanks to everybody that joined in and left their comments. So guys, thank you again and see you on Sunday again.
Yeah, man. Respect. Robert.
All right.
Yeah, man. Bless up.